Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, the Honorable Educator. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity today for me to deliver my speech. And before everything, I would love to say my deepest agreement with the motions today that we have. The motion is this House would abolish primary and middle school years that group children based on their age. Instead, we will group them by their competency and their intelligence. My name is Abida Aqilla Kanahaya. I'm here standing as the first speaker from the government team. I would love to explain the motion first before my argument. So the explanation is that there seems to be a problem in our age-based grouping. And there seem to be a lot of problem, and because there's a lot of problem, we definitely need a new system. This new system is that we grouping these children not based by their age, but based by their intelligence and competency. My argument will be delivered from 3 points of view. The first point of view is to maximizing the individual potential. Second is to reduce academic pressure. And the third is to create a potential workforce. Now, to come to my argument, first is to maximizing the individual potential. We live in a country where children are grouped based on their age, but we shouldn't do that. Because why? Because we know that intelligence and potential and competency is not based on age. There is a lot of children who is very young but have a very high intelligence, and so the opposite. For example, in Indonesia, there are a lot of actually very young children who is a very high intelligence, but because of the grouping based system, they were grouped by children who is the same age as them, but not in the same intelligence. It resulted in depression. Okay, because and depression and high pressure, because he can't do this much thing, but because of the surrounding child who cannot do the same thing as him, he cannot definitely express his intelligence. This can result to a lower education because he will not use his intelligence. There are a lot of, for example, children who is in the 6th grade, but he cannot keep up with his 6th grade. So instead, the product is that he get depressed. Also, there is a lot of children who is in the 8th grade, for example, in the middle schools, very high intelligence, but it's no use because of the barrier of the age barrier. The effect is that the older who cannot keep up will get depressed, and the younger who can keep up, but because of the age barrier, they will not be able to express their intelligence, maximizing their own potential. If the potential is not being maximizing, definitely he will lose a lot of opportunity in the future, and it will definitely get a lot of difficulty in the future. And as a country, we will also lose a lot of potential people because the system of age make this both party losing their potential. We will not be able to be more advanced country if the potential of our successor is barrier. And then the second point of view is the reducing academic pressure of the children. In Indonesia, the primary school and the middle school is being pushed to have the achievement based on their age and their class. When you are in the primary school, you were supposed to have this much of achievement. When you're in the middle school, you're supposed to have this much of achievement. The thing is, this is generalized. And the thing about our intelligence, this cannot be generalized. Okay, because a system who fits all, it's bad because everyone is not the same. With the system, so what we should do, we need more objective system that can support the children. How we support them? If they are in the 6th class, but he cannot keep up, he will definitely get the pressure, of course. But if someone else in the higher education, perhaps in the higher class and with higher intelligence, because if he wants to use that higher intelligence, he cannot use that. Because why? Because of the age barrier. In the end, there will be an academic pressure happening in there from the other people, from the society around to this child, or from this child to themselves too. I suppose I can do that, but I can't do it. I suppose I shouldn't be here, but I am here anyway. This will result to a mental breakdown of the children and the student. When their mental is down, they will also have the lower spirit to studying, and they will also become unmotivated. And when they are unmotivated, they will not go studying, and then it results to no achievement at all. And it also can result to the unproductive effect. Because I always, it's either the age barrier or the brain barrier. He will definitely be confused what he will do in the future because he didn't do anything at all. For example, in the pandemic, there's a lot of in the pandemic people who are, for example, primary school who do every of his job done by Google, and then when he in the next year he go to the higher class, of course he will go to higher class, because if he cannot go to higher class, that would be a shame for the schools, because people will think that they can educate their children. Well, in fact, they are not supposed to go to a higher class. And then this will result into a problem in the future, because you're not supposed to be in that class yet, but I am in that class anyway. And then those who have a high intelligence but not in the higher class will definitely be bored. And then when he bored, he will not go on studying, because I'm bored. And when he got no study, he got no achievement, he will get that unproductive and he will be unproductive, and he will go on. If he go unproductive, because why he go unproductive? Because the society around them, the surrounding people around him, never never challenge him to be a better person. He will stuck in the same situation, and that would result to a problem for himself in the future. For example, lower of the quality of the human resources, and if the human resources is low, there will be another problem, for example, of poverty. And then if a poverty happens, there will be, of course, a social problem, a lot of social problem that can result to underdevelop of a country. Again, this cause a lot of lost potential of a people to develop the society and the country which they live. We will definitely lose so many things, so many potential people because of this age-based system. And the third is to create a potential workforce. When we all know that feeling, we all know that feeling when you are in a class, in a project where people surrounding you, they can't work. And then in the end, you will do every work by yourself. Why has this happened? It's because, in the same group, the intelligence of people are different. And this can also result in the hating of working together with people, because you do everything alone. As we know, in the real world, you're not in a room. There will never not be people in the same age. There are so many age people in the room, but they have one similarity: is they're competent. They are in the same competency. They are same intelligent and the same level in the same boat. We should literally doing that we should imply this to the education system, because in the end people will go work. They will go to a room where they are not full of people on the same age but in the same intelligence. The reason is that is all from my argument today. And in my conclusion, I'm still very strongly agree with the motion that we should not group these children based on their age but based on their intelligence, because it's better for our future. Thank you so very much.